Right.
Here you go.
The key issue on getting a proper story is to have a good uh, series of pictures. Now so what I did, I went through my pictures, which you can see here, a collection of on Bridge. And in the first digit on the picture, I put the month. On my raw processing, I can look at which pictures were taken in which month. And then I can put that month in the conversion to JPEG. So in that way, I can send a whole series of pictures with the right month in front, making it easier to choose. And that's how I choose the pictures in my raw, in my catalog. In addition, what's quite useful is, so that is the way to get pictures sorted before you make the calendar. Here I'm going to make a calendar with one page per month. The second thing, which is quite handy to do, which I thought was rather smart, was to go through Lightroom and use face detection and find pictures of the kids who obviously and have birthdays, because that is handy to put in the on the date, because us grandparents don't remember those sort of things. So, and that's where, if you go to Lightroom, either on the iPad or on the Lightroom Classic, you can find all the faces, go to the pictures they came from, and choose which one you would like to crop to use as a picture. Then the next thing I do is I go to, so in a way, getting the pictures before you make the calendar and a book is, in my view, the most difficult and important bit of the game. Then I go to my good friend Photobox, who are being a bit naughty at the moment, and because of Adobe Flash Player no longer works, so some of their tools are not so good as they used to be. But by using Firefox, who are still working with Flash Player until the end of the year, there is hope. I go to calendars. As you see, it's all 60% off and all that. I mean, there's just no messing when it comes to, and I go to the bestseller. This is the one I've been using most of the time. It's an A4. And as you see, you get a quantity rebate, and you got, oh, they're so gone down again. That's since yesterday. They were more expensive yesterday, so maybe tomorrow. But I think the generally the price reductions last a weekend, so they finish on Monday night. So if you don't get it done by Sunday night, you're up until midnight Monday sorting it. So now I make a create now. So I add photos, and here what I have done, I've got, because I've been using Photobox for years, I've got a whole series of albums in their computer of, as you can see, I've made tons of stuff. And the earliest album I got is 2014, and they're still there. So whenever I want to use them in some creation, I can do that. But I'll create a new album, calendar. Um, I'm using one of these Wacoms,
A Wacom?
It's a French word that.
I shall use it at the very first opportunity.
Yeah. So then I go to my photos and I go to my pictures, and then I have my projects 20, and I have my calendar test, and I select all the photos. It's in Norwegian because I don't know why they do Norwegian on this Photobox, because I logged on in Norway once and that's never changed. And then what it does, and again the photos I do as Lynn says, full size sRGB, and try and do the crop in the program before I send it over. And so it's, and then it takes a minute, goodness me. That's in the good old days when I had a sort of tortoise internet thing. I had to go out and have a cup of tea and come back and they were still loading because, so in a way, I don't know how they do it, but they've done very, I think now, because they go into an album, once they're in Photobox's album, all the Photobox messing around is done. So when they go into the calendar, you don't have to wait another hour when you want to save the calendar before you can actually buy it. So I suppose I should have I've got a whole load of people on the left hand. So I'm going to go and continue. Get rid of all you nice faces. So if I want to do I'll do a front page on this one. This is where, with my Wacom, it goes all, sometimes it just sort of goes into the page, and sometimes it, and then it won't let go. There we are, did it. And then because I've sorted the pictures in numbers, I can then go and then, as you see, this arrow means that you can move the picture if it's not cropped quite right. And as you see, I'm a proponent of having a sort of full page picture. And I don't mess around very much with hold on, I must go back to Bridge to see which is, I've got to go get one of the girls. I've got to load them in. So I'll go and upload some more photos because I've got to get the portraits in. What I'll do, I won't take them all. I'll just get, yeah, this one will do. This one. And then if I go into February, I got to then find put her into the 2nd of February. I never remember. I don't know what that says. It worked yesterday. Never mind. Oh yeah, you probably got to pay it. Yeah. As you see, they added £2.99 to my expenditure department. So if you add pictures on the dates, it adds some money to the thing. So basically, that's the sort of style. And then I'll add her.
Jan?
Yeah.
As you put them in date order, could you have done a automatic fill and they'd have put them there?
Yeah, but I think got one more picture than I should have had.
Okay.
She just won't go in there, will she?
I think you dragged it into that window, didn't you?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. There we are. Something like that. So that is really as far as I thought I would go. The other aspect is that if you want to put a text in, this is where I made a real mess on my most recent calendar. I found there's some stuff here for text.
Top of the screen, Jan. There it is.
Yeah, I just moved these sort of heads of some people at the meeting. Add text. And then I put a text somewhere here. There you are. And then you do the text editing. Here's a and then I go to, I've got this favorite text I've been using for about 10 years, 8 years. Myriad Pro, I don't know where they found it, but I found it. And then you can put it in size you want. Oh, yeah, I've got to do it down here somewhere. 20. And then you left, and then, so it's all, it's a bit sort of quirky, but. So that's a sort of, so I think what I'll do, I think that's as far as I'll go, because it doesn't.
How do you save that, Jan?
Oh yeah, I'll go through that. That's a good point. So what I do, I then go up to the top here and save it. And then I can save it at a different name. Rename. And I'll say Norway. Oh. You have to. And then I go to the buying department, go to checkout, and this is, there you are, you get the sort of, then this is let's do it, ready to print. And this is where the money business comes. You can have gift wrapped, who don't want that. You go to checkout, it costs 14 quid, but then delivery in time for Christmas. And then you've got this code. Now, how you find the code when you're in the checkout is usually a bit of a damn nuisance, because you can't remember the code. So, you know, oh yeah, on-site discount, eight quid. So it's only £19 for one calendar. So that's a sort of, that's the process.
Would the price of that have gone up had you gone and added lots more pictures like you were doing, you know, on that one?
It doesn't make a difference once, you know, whether it's got 10 pictures or 12 or 20, it makes no difference how many, it's always the same price.
That's the price for the calendar, okay.
But it went up when you added one to the date.
Yeah, it's when I add the people to the dates, that's a sort of facility that you don't have to have, which I haven't actually used before.
Yeah, but if you added another face to another date, would that be another £2.99?
No, you can have 365 faces, presumably at the same price.
That's good to know. I thought it was £2.99 per face.
Mm.
No, I thank God for that. I mean, they don't have, there is, you know, I think there is some more facilities like Lynn was showing of backgrounds and everything, but so I wouldn't, and the calendar I got, it was pretty quick. I did one with my wife's paintings and, you know, stuff like that. And the only thing was the writing I put the writing on the side of it and it sort of went off the edge. So, you know, you can't, and then, so that's the story.
So how does that compare in price to the one you use then?
Well, at the moment, that would be dearer because I think it came up at £24.99, but at the moment it's 70% off. So work that out. Quite a big difference in price.
Your calendar was massive, like 2 foot nearly by 14 inches, wasn't it? The one you made,
Yeah, it was 22 by 14 inches, and yeah.
And do you have to add postage on the end of that?
I did the 11 by 17 and I got 4 for £40.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's the,
Which
if you go to A3 on this
it's
site,
A4 size.
was that Snapfish?
Yeah.
Snap
Yeah.
visions.
whereas this one here goes up, you add, if you have 5+, it goes down from 12 to 8, but then you've got the extra you have to add on.
Yeah. I think that the prices move about over the year so
Oh
much.
yeah, I mean,
You really got to keep your eye on it.
it was a new price yesterday. It's 60% off.
Yeah.
Ends Monday. Last week it was 70% off.
Yeah.
And then what is quite handy, which I do for my on this site, I go for buying credits. So instead of buying just here we are, offers. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I bought, you know, you got all this stuff. They haven't got anything at the moment for credits, but for a month ago, I bought books at about 70% off, including the pages. The way they con you on this is that in the books, they look very cheap, but you only get 26 pages per book.
Yeah.
So if you're going to buy a book for 22 quid and you want to create, you look at the page, when you start adding pages, the price goes up quite a lot.
Yeah.
Because they add almost £1 a page.
How
So
does the credit work? Do you buy it at that point, but you don't have to publish it at that point?
Here now you have to buy at this point and publish it at this point.
Oh, okay.
No, but sorry, the credit, it lasts up to 6 months. you
Right.
get a 3 months or 1 month at the purchase of the credit, but you can then extend the credit. For example, I got a whole load of credits, which I bought when they were quite cheap. So I got 9 square books with 60 pages with 3 months, which runs until January. And I bought that credit, as you see, in September. And you can extend the credit up to 6 months, paying a few quid. Like, for example, if I want to extend all those credits, I get a bill of 9 quid for just another month or so. So and that's how they got me by the curlers, although I don't use curlers,
The curler.
unlike Trump.
Short and curly, that is, Jan.
Yeah.
If you
So
translate.
I've got all my lots of pictures in the system, and lots of albums of pictures, and I got loads of creations of different books I've done, which I can then here are my creations, for example. If you
share your screen, Jan, because we can't see what you're doing.
oh, sorry, yeah, I'll just share. So I'm just gonna find where I am. Is it sharing now?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can see your bridge. Yeah, there we go.
So as you see, I got loads of credits, loads of books I've made, up to 6 pages of different books I've made, all the way back to 2014. And I can reissue the books or things like that.
It's a wonder you're not an ambassador, isn't it, really? So what does my credit do? What does that tab do?
Well, my credit, that
My
gives, that shows my as I said, I ordered books in September, and I've got them it's not moving.
Okay, but that shows you the ones that you've got in the pipeline, does it?
I got in the pipeline, and I always keep it here. Here's my credits.
Yeah, right.
I bought it in September, and I got until January to make it. 9 books, A4.
Mhm.
And what I do is I make 1 or 2
60 pages.
to see what they look like, and then move them around a bit, and then make some more and send around to the family. And for example, I was looking at my last bill. I just got a delivery, and for a book that they full price is about 110 quid, 160 pages, I was paying about 35 quid that was what the credit plus extension costed.
Mhm.
So unfortunately, they got me by the big ears.
Curlers.
I prefer curlers. I'm gonna adopt that one now.
I like
Like the curlers.
Curlers.
But on the whole, it's and as I said, since they've cancelled Flash Player, the quality of the bookmaking is gone. It's not so good, because the text, before you could just cut and paste text from Word and it came out quite nice, and the paragraphing and the formatting repeated itself in the on the page. But now the text doesn't format and paragraph, so as a book system with text, it's not as good as it used to be.
Do they have an application you can download You know.
No, you have to go online to do it.
Okay.
So I made a book with quite a lot of text, and some text was JPEG text from a photo of a document. Other was sort of cut and paste from Word, and the text was beautiful. But so I think I'm considering. I've complained to them, seeing that I'm going to move all my stuff to Blurb and pay more.
I
Get
mean, there's
more.
Bob's Books is another one people like, isn't it?
Yeah. And Seawe, you've used Seawe, haven't you, Lynn? CEWE.
CE. No, I haven't.
Yeah, I've used that, Jan. I use that on a book through Boots. They use Seaweed, and I must be honest, the two books I produced, the photographs in Seaweed didn't come out as well as those in Photobox.
Yeah. I've
I
been
was
very pleased with
disappointed.
the photograph in Photobox. I can't complain at all about the quality of the pages and the photos.
Okay, I'll stop.
There are a huge range of platforms you can use, all based on the same principles as the ones we've seen today. And if you put in your browser photo books or photo calendars, a whole list of them come up, and offers all over the place. I mean, they're all round about the same in my view.
And I think they're all printed in Belgium.
Hmm.
If you look at the bottom of Photobox, you can see all the other makes they represent, and then you can see on the postage where they all come from. I think there's 2 or 3 big factories in Europe.
Yeah.
There's one in Spain, isn't there? The big printer in Spain.
There's Germany, there's Whitewall in Germany, Photo Book in Germany. There's lots of them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stop recording the session for the moment anyway.